welcome back to our most fabulous notes on lesson 2.2, adding rational numbers, and we're going to continue with evaluating expressions. And it says, evaluate the expression when x is 1/2 and y is -2/5. So ladies and gentlemen, example 7 says negative x plus y. Well, let's do a little bit of vocabulary understanding here real quickly. And it says negative x plus y. Now, it's evaluate the expression. So what's an expression? Well, an expression is a mathematical sentence that does not have an equal sign. You don't see an equal sign anywhere in this expression. Now, technically, it is an algebraic expression. Algebraic expression. And the reason it's algebraic is, that's right, it has variables in it. Anytime an expression or an equation has a variable, it's an algebraic expression or an algebraic equation. It has an unknown. Well, this has two unknowns, and all we have to do to evaluate it is substitute in the numbers in the appropriate place and follow the order of operations using integer rules and get the evaluation done. That's right. So when we substitute in, it says a negative x. Well, if x is 1/2, then we have a negative 1/2 plus y is also -2/5. All right, so we're doing a negative 1/2 plus a -2/5. We know we're adding two together that are both negative, so we know our answer is going to be negative before we even get started. The common denominator is 10, and 2 times 5 is 10. So 5 times a -1 is -5, plus 2 times a -2 is -4. That gives us a -9/10. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime you see a negative on a fraction, when you're doing the math, you want to apply it to the numerator. All right, you want to apply it to the top. Even though -1/2 is the same as -1/2, which is also the same as 1/2. These all have the same value, but when you're going to do the math, put that negative in the numerator. Moving right along, again, evaluating the expression. So we're going to substitute in, once again, we have the absolute value of 1/2 plus -2/5. So what do we have to do with these absolute value bars? That's right. They are part of our order of operations. They are a grouping symbol. So we have to do what's inside first. So 1/2 plus 2/5. This is going to give us the absolute value of something over 10. Because we've already done this before, and it's going to be 5 plus a -4, which is going to give us the absolute value of 1/10, and that would equal 1/10. All right? Different answer, same stuff, just having to do something a little bit different. All right? Our next one, again, using the same numbers, we have x plus a -y, and x again is 1/2, plus a negative. Now, this is really difficult to show you, so I'm just going to do it right here. You have to leave this negative sign on there. Have to leave it, and then y is -2/5. So we're adding a negative, and that is very difficult to comprehend. But just know, anytime you have a negative, what is that going to be? That's right, it's going to be a positive. So you end up with 1/2 plus 2/5. All right? And 1/2 plus 2/5 is going to be over 10. That's 5 plus 4. This is a positive 9/10. All right? It's just substituting in the number and doing the appropriate math, following order of operations, using integer rules, and moving right along. Our real-life application, we're going to go to our decimal rational numbers, and it says the table shows the changes in the value of a stock during 1 week. Find the stock's gain or loss for the week. So it's very important when you're given information, especially in a table, that you actually take a second to look at it. So here we have a table with day. I'm going to change my color here. With day, and day is Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, and Friday. And then it says change in value by dollars. So they didn't put a dollar sign on these, but they really could, because that's how much money it changed by. So we have these, and we want to find the gain or a loss. Well, what would represent a gain? Probably something that's positive, right? And a loss would be represented by something that is negative. All right, well, my protocol, and it may not be yours, I like to add all the positives together first, all the negatives together second. So I'm going to take 3.45, and I'm going to add that to 2931. Now some people might say, hey, you put the smaller number on top. Makes no difference when you line up the decimals, putting the place values in the proper place. All right, bring down the decimal into the answer, and you have 3276. And we're going to add that to something. We're going to add that to all the negatives. I'm going to use red again for negatives because a lot of people think that red is negative. So we have 12.9. I'm not going to put the 0 on because I don't want to. 5.02. I do need that 0 because it does hold the place value. And 9.44. When we add all this together, we have, let's see, 1017, 2773. Well, that's going to be a negative, right? So we're taking 3276 and we're adding a negative 2736. Well, you and I both know that 32 is greater than 27, no matter what the decimals are. So now we're going to actually subtract them because we're adding 2 with different signs. So I'm going to take 3276, I'm going to subtract 2736. This is 0, that's 4. I have that right there and make that a 2. 12, that's 5, and that's 0. So now we have 5.4 or 540. And so that's 5.40 because it does represent dollars. We do have to have 2 place values to represent dollars. So that 0 is necessary in our final answer. So what do we have? We have a $5.40 gain because it was positive. And that's our final answer. Ladies and gentlemen, your quick right to finish off tonight is you and your partner are working on a science project. Last night, your friend finishes 1/4 of the project and you finished 2/3 of the project. How much of the project is finished? So please answer that question. You might want to write down some information in your notebook and your quick write so that you have that before you shut me off. While you're doing that, there is a bonus question if you want to answer that. I might be passing out candy to someone who can answer that when the name is drawn at random. Do not forget to come to class with questions regarding adding rational numbers. Begin your assignment as soon as you're done working on your quick write. Finish off your 45 minutes. Be accountable using urgency and aggressiveness. You know it. You've heard it. I say it over and over and over because it's important. We set that routine. We keep pushing forward. We strive to be the best we can be at all times so that when it's necessary, we're able to do it. All right? Use your time effectively, ladies and gentlemen. You rock. And hey, if you have a chance, watch the bonus video. If not, that's okay. Remember, the bonus video is bonus. That is not a part of your 45 minutes. If you watch it, it's additional to your 45 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you so rock, and I will see you